and welcome yet again to T-Rex Reads.
I'm Lindy.
I'm Becky.
I'm Anne.
I'm Lauren.
Today we are doing the NES or Nintendo Book Tag. Question number 1 is NES, a classic that you would like to read, and for me it's Pride and Prejudice. I'm going to leave the link to our top 5 classics that we did. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite stories, but I haven't actually ever read the book.
It's really good. You have to read it.
I know, and my friend Nikki, even though she's not here somewhere, is cringing internally because she knows I haven't read it, and she's cringing again. Her senses are going off.
Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights. I have not read that one either. And
I enjoy Wuthering Heights, but it's not for everybody. I will admit that one's not, like, mass appeal.
I don't really like to read a lot of classics because usually they're boring and it's obvious that they got paid by the word.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah. When you take an entire page to say The Man Walked Down the Street, like, dude, use an editor. As far as children's, I'm going to go with, like, a modern classic, and that would be Redwall.
I really want to read Persuasion by Jane Austen. I love her other stuff, including Pride and Prejudice, so I just want to get around to reading it.
SNES, Super Nintendo, name a sequel you liked better than the original.
Hollow City is way better than Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So just wait it out, read the first book, and then get to the second one. The third one's also pretty good.
I'm going with As Dead as It Gets, which is a third one in the Bad Girls Don't Die trilogy. Like, I liked the first one, and I liked the second one, but I loved the third one. Like, it was my favorite, and I kind of, if any of them got turned into a movie, I wish, like, the third one would get turned into a movie.
I chose the second book in the Raven Boy series because I really did not understand the first one. And then read the second one and really liked that one much, much better because I understood what I was getting myself into, basically, is how it ends up happening.
Mine would be Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't know about, like, the book was really good. I don't know, it might not be my favorite, but, like, the third movie, actually, is my favorite.
And 64, name a book that revolutionized the way you see the world. And I didn't really have, like, one specific one I could think of, so I just kind of went with, like, Harry Potter because it got me so much more into young adult. Like, it's a simple answer, but, like, that and Twilight, actually. Like, that's what got me, like, back into young adult.
The Brave New World. It is one of those things that changed how I thought about the world, but it's one that I reference most often.
I actually had written down Beauty Queens by Libba Bray because there's so much social commentary in there and a lot of things that I didn't think about a certain way before. As you were talking, it really clicked that A Wrinkle in Time was really, like, the big one for me because it was so focused on how much the little things mattered.
For me, it was Percy Jackson, probably because I read it when I was in, like, between 4th and 5th grade. And that was when I was the most impressionable, and it just introduced me to this whole new world of...
Popular book that did not go over well with you.
I could not get into City of Bones. I'm gonna give it another try, but, like, I just couldn't get into it.
Don't make it mad. She might push you down like she did to me that one time.
Oh, I don't like City of Bones, but I picked Twilight, because... I mean, I read the series.
I mean, I read it, but...
I mean, I didn't actually put one down, because I feel like I've mentioned a lot of them before.
The School for Good and Evil.
Yeah, I figured you would. You haven't read her review yet. It hasn't posted.
No, it's pretty scathing, actually.
Wow.
Anne hated it.
Like a
Up
lot.
one side and down the other.
Really? Wow.
Which is funny, because all the other 3 of us loved it. Name a new favorite book or series.
Trials of Apollo.
Shocked face again.
I will be
I know,
reading all
right?
those books the day they come out, probably at midnight.
I'm gonna go with The Ghost and the Goth, and I read the first book actually last year or the year before, but I got a hold of the book 2 and 3 this year, and so I got to finally finish the series, and I love it. I'll link my review to it down below, but I love it. It's adorable, and I need to get the first one in hardcover so that I can have the set now.
All 3 sets. Infernal Crisis trilogy.
Shock face again!
Me and Cassandra Clare, we need to be friends. Like this.
Keeper by Kathy Appelt. I actually read it so that I could put it in an essay. It turned out to be totally fantastic. Little girl thinks her mother is a mermaid and expects to find her mother and that her mom will, like, fix what's wrong in her life.
Nintendo Power, name your favorite graphic novel or one you'd like to start. So I actually got Mouse book 1 and 2 in, like, a little box set the other day for free. So I want to read these. I've read like 2 pages of it, and it's really good so far, and I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Mine is the New 52, Red Hood and the Outlaws, because I was in Red Hood / Arsenal in both of the series. Arsenal ends up going to see a psychiatrist because he's got depression and like hit rock bottom and like doing drugs and drinking, overly excessive drinking. Seeing him try to work through it is like, oh, not all superheroes are like
functional.
And Boy Scouts.
There's one that I've read about the first 4 or 5. It's Amulet. It's fantasy. The pictures are just beautiful. If you're talking younger kids, you should totally read Baby Mouse because they are hysterically funny. She has an overactive imagination, so one little word can set off this whole scenario in her head where she just like drifts off into this complete.
So basically, she's an ADD mouse.
Yes, and it's so good.
Super Mario, a character that you would like to squish like a Goomba. I'm gonna pick Haru from the Partial series. He's one of those characters in life where like you hit the end and he doesn't die and you're like, are you kidding me? He's a twit. No, I'm gone. Squish.
Ambrose Gaucher from the Sherilyn Kenyon Chronicles of Nick series. Ambrose is also in the other series that Sherilyn Kenyon has that is the adult series, and so that's really the one that I really would wish I could like just kind of shake that kid and make him see reason.
Mine would be Peter from the Divergent.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. We'd all like to
horrible.
He's a horrible human
So
being.
horrible.
He could have died and we would have all been happy.
Mine is Henry from the Fixer series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I can't tell you why I hate him because spoilers.
Zelda, a newer fantasy that you would consider to be a modern classic. I just went with Harry Potter.
Same.
So we have the same answer.
Cinder. I went with Cinder series by Russ Meyer.
That one's a good one.
Okay. Either A Snicker of Magic or The Key to Extraordinary, both by Natalie Lloyd. I think they're going to become like modern classics.
Shima Saran or Samus Aran, I don't know how to pronounce it. I played Mega Man, but I don't remember. It's been decades since I've played Mega Man. But favorite sci-fi series or series you want to read?
The Little Chronicles, of course.
I put Uglies because it's really one of my favorite series, and
Sure.
it is technically science fiction. So I mean, it's dystopian, but it's science fiction, so I'm going with that one.
Star Wars, but Star Wars X-Wing series. It's a series of 9 that focuses just on the X-Wing pilots, and it's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to go with Ender's Game on this one.
Oh,
Definitely a classic, and just amazing.
Pokemon book editions that you would like to collect. And I put I mean, they haven't even released the second one yet, but the picture books of Harry Potter. Like the illustrated
yes.
Harry Potters.
I have the first one,
Same.
so
I would really like to collect those.
Same thing with the Harry Potter
The illustrated ones.
editions.
They're so pretty.
Look, I have collected the X-Wing series twice now, and then I lent them to my brother, and my brother's dog ate them, so that's the book series that I would like to collect.
Wow.
Mine would be the Amulet series that we already talked about on graphic novels because I only have the first one and I want all of them.
Donkey Kong, a book with original characters.
Mine was Cabinet of Wonders by Marie Rutowski. It's set in almost sort of a Prague, and so all the characters are unique, and it's more of a middle grade thing, so.
I picked An Ember in the Ashes, which if you haven't read it yet, you totally should.
Oh no, I haven't read that one. It keeps popping up on Facebook.
But I will say this, there's a lot of mature content in there. Part of the issue is there's a female main character and a male main character, and the female main character is a slave. And so rape is a very prevalent potential issue for her. The really interesting part are the masks. So like they all those are the soldiers that are at the school that she's training for, and you wear your silver mask all the time until it fuses with your skin. Whenever he can, and he's like in his room and stuff, he pulls the mask off, but there's like tendrils. Like it's getting harder and harder to pull it off because they're like sticking to his face. I found out how to gross them out.
I chose a book that's not classically, it wasn't written for YA, but it won an award for YA, which kind of freaked the author out. It's called Nightlife, and it's by Rob Thurman. The first one is very, very great. It's great because you've got werewolves, you've got vampires, you've got a lot of other little, like other downworld things that we don't necessarily hear about in the City of series, or anything else that I have read that has to do with supernatural beings.
I have to go with Keeper again. All of the adults in her life are positive influences on her, and they're all different from each other, and they're all extremely unique, and their backstories are just incredible.
Nintendo fandom, your favorite Nintendo games.
I didn't grow up with a Nintendo, and I still don't have a Nintendo, so I really want to say Assassin's Creed, but yeah, I know. Of the Nintendo that I have played, I love Mario Party because it's a game that you can play with multiple people, and it's a board game on TV.
The only one I played with any regularity, or, whatever, is Mario Kart.
So I played a lot of Nintendo as a kid, so I really liked Duck Hunt, and the only thing to improve that game is if you can shoot the dog, and if you played,
That's true.
That dog is a D-bag. There was this dinosaur game that we had called Trog, and so you play on two sides of the screen, and you pick up your eggs, and you try and drop little bombs for the other guy, and so your dinosaur is trying to collect your eggs, and my brother and I played it relentlessly for a while. Mario 3. We also had the track meet one that had the running pad. That one was fun too. That's our list for the NES Book Tag. Let us know what you think of our answers down below. I'm also going to leave links where you can find us on our blog, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and, on the moon, because we might be there too. Who knows? But we will see you next time. Bye!
I'm only pale because I stayed inside this summer.
I'm only pale because of my heritage. Is fairly popular.
I tried to get you to stop.
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon!